Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bowmaster619 here, and a happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there today. Hope you all have had plenty of fun and food with your various families, friends, whoever it is that you happen to get together with on this joyous holiday. Where the heck did it go? Oh, there it is. I'm smart. So, as the title suggests, of course, again, happy Thanksgiving. Can't say it enough. I've said it enough. I'll say it again at the end. And today I am actually doing some arrow building. I recently went out and purchased, well, ordered online I should say, but either way, a dozen Port Orford cedar shafts. And I'm currently working on getting them measured out to the length they need to be and tapering them, at least tapering one end. When I do further work on this, I'm planning on actually putting together a vlog type video, which is essentially a smash cut of me actually building these in total. Hello, Louisa Lewis and Russ. Very nice to see you guys here. I'm smart. It's over on this side. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. So, Russ, did you make a Carolina Reaper turkey? Or a ghost pepper ham? If I have not. Oh, what reminds me, I was about to say, as soon as I get through this, I actually have to go grab something real quick to show you, Russ. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this one is available outside of Colorado or not. I'm honestly not sure, but take a look at this. Exoresco, I think is how you pronounce it. It is a 7-pot primo hot sauce. Let's see. The 7-pot primo, considered one of the hottest peppers in the world, is combined with the perfect blend of spices, agave, oak-aged apple cider vinegar, and lemon to satisfy those seeking not only extreme heat, but also exceptional flavor. Use liberally on any food you would desire to add this amazing flavor hot sauce. The sky is the limit. Last dab. Don't know if I've ever actually heard of Last Dab, honestly. But I know that this was a part of a 3-pack that you can get that my buddy Lord Mechanicus actually has all 3 of. Let me think. The other one is a pineapple habanero, I believe, and the other one is a salsa verde. They're all pretty good, pretty hot. I mean, I'm nowhere near as much of a chili head as Lord Mechanicus is, obviously. I've said that several times, but this one, as long as you don't add too much, it's pretty good. It's a sauce that has pepper X, but I heard your sauce is hotter and tastes way better. Quite possibly. I mean, that's one thing that's very interesting is it doesn't necessarily matter what peppers are used in there. It really depends on how much of that pepper is added and how much they decide to dilute it. Because there is a channel I watch called Team Edge. It's a pretty good channel. If you haven't seen it, I suggest checking them out. As dumb as it sounds, they're a bunch of grown men that basically get paid to make videos where they play games. I'm not even kidding. And I'm not talking video games. I'm talking like actual, like they will take video game ideas and turn them into real-time games. But one of their more recent ones was a hot sauce challenge where they had 7 hot sauces, I believe. And basically it was whoever reached for the milk or ice cream or whatever first is the one who got the most points. Whoever got the most points at the end had to do a punishment. And I don't remember the exact order they went in, but I know they had one that was a Carolina Reaper hot sauce, and the one following that was actually a habanero sauce, which was hotter than the Carolina Reaper. So, that says right there that it really depends on how the sauce is made. Because, like I said in Reaper Sling Blade in that review, that one was made with Carolina Reaper and Ghost Pepper. And for me, at least personally, that one was pretty stinking hot. But Lord Mechanicus, on the other hand, obviously he enjoyed it like an absolute boss, because, he doesn't really have a stomach lining anymore. But I will admit, that one did have pretty good flavor. I think it honestly had a little bit better flavor than this one, though. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, while this is not my very first time shooting or making wooden arrows, this is actually my very first time ordering the shafts like this and then building them completely from scratch from a website. I have made primitive arrows in the past that I've actually gone out into the field and collected the materials for and made those. Oh yeah, perfect length. I knew 29 inches was the right one to go with. And I've made those. I believe I have those in a different area than I do right now, or else I would show them to you. But the tools necessary for making these arrows are not nearly all that complicated. I've got a Japanese wood saw here, which is a nice flexible metal, but it's got very nasty saw teeth right here. Cuts through extremely well. I mean, that's basically what it was made for. I've got this tapering tool, which is basically a glorified pencil sharpener. The only difference is it doesn't actually sharpen them to a point, it sharpens them to a blunt. And the biggest difference is the fact that it has 2 sides. This side, the one that I've been using, is for attaching the knock to. So as you can see here, fits on there pretty snug. But that doesn't go on by itself. For that, you need, of course, to have glue. This is a type of hot melt glue, which is made by Ferreltite, however you pronounce that. I don't even think you can see that on the camera here. Kinda, not really. This one in particular is actually a cold set type. You heat it on there, and then you cool it down with cold water, and it sets extremely hard and extremely durable. I have another one up there that's gold, which is the typical one, which is just a typical type of hot melt glue used for arrow making. And then the other side is the end that you use for tapering the opposite side, which is where the arrowhead goes. And for these particular arrows, I've got 2 different types of points, which I haven't actually even opened yet. But I'll go ahead and open now to show you guys. First, we have this very lovely looking head here, which is a small game head. As you can see, it is I'm not entirely sure if that's a hexagonal or not, but it's got 4 corners. It's got a hollow grind on each side. It is recessed, and then it has a very nasty little point hiding in there. I've seen pellets that are made in a similar fashion to this. There you are. I know I had this around here somewhere. That might be a little too bright. Yes, there. Now you can kind of see on the inside there. So as you can imagine, against small game, this is probably pretty dang devastating. Hopefully I'll be able to go small game hunting soon and find out. Hello, Dark Ascension. Nice to see you here. And then the other points that I have that I'm going to be putting on the other ones are these very interesting medieval themed points. Well, it finally came out. Which are these. Firstly, I think they're quite aesthetically pleasing. And fairly sharp. And both of these points weigh 145 grains each. So, it'll be a full set that is all properly balanced. And none of them are going to be longer than others. None of them are going to be heavier than the others. They're all going to be perfectly weighed, just like they're supposed to be. So, how was everyone's Thanksgiving today? I am very curious to know because ours was quite nice. We actually wound up doing a very nice buffet-style thing outside. Because it was actually warm enough today that we could all be outside and not worry too much about the weather. Great till I got gassy. Sounds accurate. Ah, oh, you schmuck. Come on. There we go. Now, I believe I made a video a while ago kind of talking about this type of thing. I made a huge pot of 3-cheese macaroni. Ooh, that sounds good. Aw, it's bad you didn't have some of this to throw into that pot. Then that would have been a really good pot of macaroni and cheese. But I remember a while ago I made a video where I'm doing a little bit of kind of nonsensical rambling, talking about archery. I believe I did it as a live stream, but I can't 100% remember, because it's been a while. And I was pretty much saying that what is important for an archer to do is to practice with various different kinds of arrows, so that you can be adept with several different kinds, and not have to solely rely, so to speak, on only sets that are well matched. Now, I still hold true to that, but at the same time, it is also very good to actually have sets that are matched up like they're supposed to be. Yeah, those will give you the best consistency, those will give you the best accuracy, and you won't have to necessarily spend numerous hours testing out a whole bunch of arrows and learning each one individually, which is what I had to do with some of the other more primitive arrows that I've made in the past, because none of those were uniform. They were still a little bit crooked because I wasn't quite as good at heat straightening yet as I am now, so yeah. It's all been a learning experience, but it's been well worth it. I mean, heck, I've been since 5th grade, so I've been at it for a while. Now, some people would say that I'm an expert. I don't quite hold up to that relation in my opinion, but I definitely know a lot more than the average person. Now, do I know all this jazz about forward of center and proper spine ratios and all this other information that so many people are going according to nowadays? No. I learned the traditional way where you didn't really bother to learn that much about it. I mean, I know of it. I know a little bit about it, but it's nothing that I actually preach 100%. I love teaching archery, and I love teaching the basics. I love teaching how to build your own arrows and such, which is why I'm doing this video series right now. Well, starting this video series, I should say. And I've sometimes thought about opening a little class, or a series of classes, with the local recreation center, because I know there have been people that have done other things that have been similar to this, so, you know, why the heck not? Oh yeah, these are going to be the absolute perfect length. I knew 29 inches was the right one to go with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, boom, how do you like that? Half dozen arrows already cut to length and halfway tapered. And I'll tell you, this cedar smells amazing. If you have never actually gotten a chance to smell fresh cedar like this, highly recommend you try it. Oh geez, I didn't realize we've been going for 16 whole minutes here. Alright, well, I'd say that's a fairly good introduction to get started with for this arrow making series, at least. I will go ahead and end the live stream here. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope I'm not keeping anyone from your Thanksgiving Day fun. I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, this is Bowmaster619 out. And as always, drive safe, stay safe, never stop learning. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night, Luis Lewis. Good night, let's see, Russ. Good night, Dark Ascension. I know you're in here as well. And of course, good night to Aaron and Philip and everybody over there. I know you didn't join me in the live stream here, but good night either way, because I know you'll probably wind up seeing this in post anyway. Take care, everyone.